Now the latest on the war with Iran. More strikes tonight from the U.S. and Israel as Iran is hitting back. Today, President Trump demanded Iran's unconditional surrender. And this weekend, he's set to attend the dignified transfer of 6 U.S. service members killed in the war. Alan Devlin is in our immersive studio with the latest on the war. Alan.
Yeah, Dick, this one is continuing to develop by the minute, it seems, these days. The war in Iran has now been raging for a week, and the skies over the country perpetually filled with smoke, the aftermath of those ongoing missile strikes. And as the U.S. and Israel vow to ramp up their military activity, new details about the dozens and dozens of girls caught in the crossfire have emerged as hundreds attended their funeral in Tehran. Israeli missiles pound targets across the Middle East overnight and into Friday morning, as both the IDF and the U.S. announced increased military action against Iran. And new video released from CENTCOM shows Iranian targets being destroyed as the Department of War states 3,000 have been struck since the war began last week. President Trump quadrupling production of exquisite-class weaponry, calling for Iran's unconditional surrender.
Their army is gone. They're just about, look, their navy is gone. Their communications are gone. Their leaders are gone.
New video from Manab, Iran shows hundreds gathered for the funerals of the dozens of Iranian schoolgirls killed when the U.S.-Israeli barrage first began Saturday, a mass grave awaiting coffins nearby. Neither the U.S. nor Israel claim responsibility for the strike, but sources tell CBS News that the U.S. is believed to have been behind it, since Israel was not operating in the area at the time of the student's death. And thousands from all over the world still trapped in the region, with U.S. officials saying 24,000 Americans have been safely evacuated since Saturday. The State Department sharing this photo of the New England Patriots football team's plane being used in the efforts. Iran continuing its own offensive in the region, striking targets in Kurdistan and Kuwait. And CBS News has learned that Russia is indirectly assisting Iran by identifying U.S. military positions in the region. On CBS News Friday evening, Pete Hegseth addressed Russia's involvement and said President Trump has it under control.
The American people can rest assured their commander-in-chief is well aware of who's talking to who, and anything that shouldn't be happening, whether it's in public or back-channeled, is being confronted, and confronted strongly.
And the effects of the war here in Iran being felt right here at home as well. Oil prices continue to climb, hitting their highest price in just about 2 years. What does that mean, though? More money for your gas. It's up 32 cents on average across the country, and the highest it's been since August of 2024. Dick?
All right, Alan, thanks very much. The tensions of the war played out in real time tonight in Washington Square Park. Several groups organized a vigil for the Ayatollah Khamenei, who died in strikes last weekend. Those groups then clashed with counter-protesters. 2 people were arrested.
We're mourning a scholar, an anti-imperialist, and a hero. He's one of the reasons why Americans are safe from ISIS.
This regime is a terrorist regime. It has been destroying actually lives all around the Middle East. 600,000 Syrians died. Where were these kids?
There's no word tonight if charges are filed against protesters taken into custody. For more information on the war, including a live blog, head to our website, cbsnewyork.com.